Can I start this video with a very simple question? If you were in a shop and you saw a Justin Bieber t-shirt, and you don't like Justin Bieber, you don't know any of his songs, you don't like him as a person, you don't like his music, would you buy that t-shirt and wear it and take pictures of it on Instagram and hashtag it, I love Justin Bieber? Because I don't think I would, and I don't think most people would. And most of you guys, if you see someone who isn't goth wearing, say, a Joy Division t-shirt that they bought at Primark, they don't know Joy Division, they don't like their songs, but they're wearing it because it's trendy. Most goths find that slightly irksome, someone taking signage that is meaningful to them and wearing it as a piece of trash fashion. So why is it so much a thing right now for goths to be wearing religious iconography relating to witchcraft and Satanism and even Christianity when they don't stand behind those things at all? This is a rant that has been brewing for quite a long time. If you saw my Nu-Goth transformation piss take video last summer, I will link it below in case you haven't, you will already know that I am by far not the biggest fan of Killstar. The main reason I do not like Killstar is that they are the main proponent of dragging witchcraft and Satanism and Christianity and all kinds of religions through the trash and just turning them into meaningless crap. Sorry, this subject really bugs me. I don't count myself as the most religious person in the world. I mean, I've been pagan since I was 12 years old. These days I count myself as a kind of eclectic pagan. I don't really believe in buying into any religious text wholesale because honestly, there's no evidence for any of them. I think you know, whatever reverberates with you and you think that makes sense, take bits from wherever makes sense. So I am not the kind of person who believes themselves to be some huge dictionary on runes or tarot or deities or any of these things, but nonetheless I do believe that certain things are sacred and should be treated as such. And personally, I will not wear an item of clothing that has religious iconography on it that I don't believe in. I think everyone subscribes to this mindset to an extent because most people wouldn't wear the symbols of a religion that isn't currently cool. Like, most people wouldn't wear like a Star of David for the sake of it, or like a Muslim symbol for the sake of it. But all the religions that seem a little bit spooky and out there and edgy, they are all fair game to be turned into fashion trash wear. I have never known a real witch to splatter themselves in things that say witch, particularly when Killstar type clothing seems to associate being a witch with being a really horrible person. Most of the obvious examples that come up in the first search page for witchy Killstar clothes, the main slogan is witchy and bitchy, or resting witch face, so it kind of sounds like resting bitch face. And I've also, the one that really bothers me, and actually the thing that sparked me making this video today, is that there seems to be a new trend for a slogan being Black Witch. The first time I saw this t-shirt, I was mind blown by how stupid it seemed, given it was being modelled by a white girl. Because to me, Black Witch means a person of colour who's into witchcraft. I mean, I know you say white witch, and you can kind of say, you know, grey witchcraft, black magic, grey magic, white magic, but Black Witch, it just sounds like a phrase that's been cooked up to try and sound a bit edgy. And it doesn't work. But the thing is, even if you say, oh, a Black Witch is someone who does black witchcraft, again, all you're saying is that you're a psycho bitch, because anyone who says, yeah, I'm open with what I do in terms of witchcraft, I don't purely do white magic, I don't believe in the threefold law, I believe you are free to do whatever you like, and sometimes there are situations that call for sending a bit of shit energy towards someone, and personally, yeah, I think there are situations. I don't buy the whole fluffy bunny Wiccan thing, I don't. But Black Witch, so the only things you ever do with witchcraft are to do harm. Basically, that's what you're saying. You don't do grey magic. You don't dabble in anything good. The only time you ever bother to sit down and engage in your religion is when you want to harm someone. Well, that makes you sound like a charming person, doesn't it? It really makes pagans and Wiccans and every other person who identifies as a witch, it makes you sound like a psycho bitch. So Black Witch is as a slogan, but witchy and bitchy. Seriously, would you walk around with a t-shirt saying Christian and cunty? Because that's basically what you're saying. Oh, I'm religious and I engage in a religion that's mostly, as all religions are, about being a reasonably nice person. But because it's a slightly spooky religion, I use it as an excuse to be a complete arsehole. Please, God, stop it. And the Satanism things as well. I have never really found Satanism particularly interesting as a religion. It's not something I claim to know much about, but I do know it is not about worshipping Satan. So all the t-shirts that they sell and that these companies sell with things like Hail Satan, and all of them seem to be made to be as like edgelord cringe as they possibly can be, that they'll be splattered in all sorts of ludicrous symbols, including, yes, the upside down cross that has nothing to do with Satanism, is a Christian symbol, and it'll usually just say something really aggressive across the front, like, fuck you, motherfuckers! And if I was a Satanist, I would be really peeved by this, because it makes the religion look incredibly immature. It looks like the kind of religion that is just all about sticking it to your parents. And honestly, a lot of younger people who get into Satanism, that's what they think it is. They think it is literally worshipping the devil. My parents are Christians, well, I'm going to worship Satan. See what you think about that, mummy? That's what you get for making me eat my vegetables. And dude, it's not about that. You know, as far as I know, Satanism is about finding the power in yourself, being self-reliant, being able to see yourself as a deity, having a lot of self-respect, not being trampled on by other people. It's a very self-assured religion, and it certainly is a religion that says if someone fucks you over, then feel free to fuck them over back. But it's not a religion about being this angry little devil-worshipping freaking edgelord. And these clothes really bother me. And yeah, you don't see a real witch or a real Satanist who goes out splattered in these things. You will usually see maybe a little kind of pentacle, a little triple goddess, you might see the odd little thing, but you don't see people feeling the need to splatter themselves in the word witch in, you know, little handbags that say Little Book of Black Magic all over it, and all these other bloody Killstar things that have latched on to witchiness as a fashion trend. And I do find it offensive, and I do find it ridiculous. It's not Halloween. It's not Halloween. If you're wearing this in your day-to-day life, please have some idea what you're actually talking about. It's just a bit embarrassing. It is basically, as I may have said before, it is really the mall-goth of the modern day. And the problem that people had with mall-goths, I personally didn't hate on mall-goths because I live in England and we don't have mall-goths here because we don't have Hot Topic, therefore goths have no reason to go to the mall. But the problem that people had with mall-goths in the 90s was that they felt they were people claiming the label goth who didn't know what it was about. They weren't into the music, they weren't into the subculture. All they wanted to do was to wear kind of spooky looking clothes, hang around malls, being ridiculous, you know, hissing at each other, pretending to be vampires, trying to freak people out, basically just embarrassing themselves and all other goths. And that is kind of what the insta-goth fucking witch thing is becoming. That it, you know, most people who actually are into witchcraft, the last thing they want to do is to walk around wearing clothes that say things like black magic, hail Satan, witchy and bitchy, because all these things ascribe their religion to being a bad person, to being a nasty person, to using their religion to try and do harm to other people. Those are precisely the kind of stereotypes and the kind of mistaken bullshit that people into that kind of religion have been trying to get rid of for decades. You know, and people have said, people who actually are into witchcraft have said that they're kind of happy with this Killstar thing because a lot of people, it's normalising the word witch, it's normalising pentacles and things like that. And now you can wear these things and it looks like you're not really into it because everyone's wearing this bullshit to the point that it's become meaningless. And fair dues, yes, if you live in a Christian area and suddenly you've got all these people making religious iconography look like nonsense to the point that it's ignored, well, I guess that's a good thing. But in general, witchy and bitchy, I'm a witch, that means I'm a cunt. It's not what any of us want to be sold as our religion or as a part of our religion. We do not want these people stomping around being edgelords, being aggressive and nasty and wearing these really immature, stupid slogans attached to our own religious iconography and dragging it all into the gutter and making us all look like psychopaths. It's ridiculous. Please stop doing it. Killstar, for God's sake. Stop splattering religious iconography all over everything. It's not necessary. Gothic fashion, it should be about self-expression. You know, it should be about, this is what I want to say about myself. And one of the lovely things about Gothic fashion, about the goth subculture, and dressing goth is having the freedom to say, you know what, I'm not going to wear what is trendy right now. I'm not going to wear what the magazines are telling me to wear. I'm not going to wear what the adverts are telling me to wear. I'm going to wear what I think looks beautiful and what expresses me as a person. So please realise, Killstar is not the only freaking goth shop out there. And if the thing that you're looking at has a load of stuff written or printed on it that you don't understand, or that when you've looked it up, you don't believe in, and it doesn't stand for what you stand for, that's the absolute opposite of self-expression. That's worse than the average label whore, you know, wearing like a Nike t-shirt that says, oh, I've got to buy it because it's got the label on. That's kind of soulless and vacuous and pointless, but to actually wear something that you definitely don't stand behind, even if it comes to the witchy stuff, if you are not a witch personally, why would you walk around wearing something that says witch when it's not Halloween? And please don't wear things that say things like witchy and bitchy, because it does make people who are witches look like they're assholes. It is like saying Christians are all cunts. I don't think that would go down very well as a slogan. It's stupid. It is stupid. Use Gothic fashion to express yourself. It is perfectly easy to DIY things and to put slogans on there that do represent you. But just put a bit of thought into the clothes you buy. If you see something with slogans on it that don't represent you, just think a bit. You know, just think. That essentially says Justin Bieber. If it's not something that means anything to you, it may as well say Justin Bieber. Do you still want to wear it? And okay, I think my piece is said now. And if anyone has anything to add, please go for it. But yes, I will never be doing a Killstar unboxing. I certainly will never be doing a sponsored Killstar unboxing, because I think it's pretty obvious that I do not buy into what they sell, and the way they drag religious iconography through the gutter really, really, really nauseates me. It's so immature, it's so vacuous and cheap and essentially. But yes, feel free to comment if you are one of these people who loves to wear all sorts of weird clashing religious iconography. Do you have a logical reason for doing so? Do you think it's okay to take meaningful symbols and turn them into complete trash because they kind of look cute. Tell me things. But anyway, I've wanted to have this rant for quite a long time, so over and out.